This boy was shot to the head. Even though the surgery was successful, the boy still remains in critical condition. And now, the weather. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am MrFonrath, and I have arrived at episode 2 of Monster. Episode 1 was, a very good first episode in my opinion. Definitely did a lot to, set up everything in terms of, our main character. There were some characters that I was like, well, let's just say I called them evil, but point is, we don't yet know if these characters are going to be big characters or not. If you asked me if I thought those characters are gonna stay throughout the entire show, no. I don't think so. But who knows? Who fucking knows? And then a big point that I made about the last episode was the little girl who survived the shooting incident, which was really odd, very strange. I feel like this is going to be the main storyline, but we shall see. Let us get right into episode 2. Episode 2. I guess we're back in the, ER. Is this my boy Tenma?
Blood pressure 120/80, pulse 92.
I will begin extracting the bullet.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Tenma last episode was like, hey, I'm gonna operate on the child anyway. Even though he had direct orders not to. So, yeah. I guess we'll see what's gonna happen after this.
It's a little early to be relieved. We must still reinforce the walls of the damaged blood vessels.
Right. 80 proline.
Yes, sir.
The opening kind of slaps. Especially that downfall.
His current blood pressure is 128/72, and his pulse is 88.
It looks like he's still under the effects of the anesthesia.
Okay, so the boy survived. Okay. I had some, let's just say, potential theories of maybe the boy's gonna die, and then the mayor is gonna die, and then Tenma's gonna get fired because he could have saved the mayor instead. But I guess the boy survived. Probably makes more sense in terms of the girl's storyline.
Have a good life. Oh, Dr. Boyer, how did everything go?
It looks like the procedure went smoothly on your side.
Yes, the surgery went well at least.
The mayor wasn't so lucky.
Is the mayor dead?
Is that so? That's very unfortunate news.
You act as though his dying has nothing to do with you.
Huh?
The truth is, Doctor, that you're the one who abandoned our team. Just before surgery, too.
No, but wait, that child was brought in before
What
the
does
mayor.
it matter? Who the hell cares who came in first? The problem is, you selfishly left us a man short. We had to scramble to cover for you at the last minute, and somebody died.
Now wait a minute.
Oh,
Just listen to me.
okay. So I did call it with the mayor dying, saying that, you operate on one person, the other person dies, and vice versa, right? I did, however, underestimate the severity of the mayor's condition. I thought it was much it probably was not as difficult of an operation than the boy's case, but still, the guy died. But again, it's not really his fault. There's no way people can blame him for it. There's no fucking way. Again, it's like, who do you save? And honestly, him trying to fight this is just, to a point, kind of stupid. Because he would get blamed for the kid's death as well. Like, if he didn't operate on the kid, and he saved the mayor, he would have gotten blamed for the kid's death. Granted, I suppose maybe less so because kid doesn't have any parents, right? Too soon? Too soon? But yeah, I mean, ultimately, who do you save? And, you know, if you're trying to be completely fair, then yeah, the kid was brought in first. But in that case, it's a question of morality, right? Is one person's life more valuable than another? That is the question. But again, not his fault. Nothing he could do about it.
You upset the teamwork, Dr. Tenma. You are aware that I followed the director's orders, and I clearly instructed you to perform that surgery on the mayor, did I not? However, you chose to ignore that order.
But doctor, you have to understand, at that time
Success of a surgery depends on the trust among the entire staff. It's a team effort, and yet you decided to act on your own. I've already given my report to the director. He deeply regrets this incident. This will greatly affect our hospital's reputation. You have only yourself to blame.
What? I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of politics going on in terms of this will greatly affect our reputation. What do you mean? You tried your best. Sometimes you just can't fix a fucking injury and the patient dies. It is what it is. You can't save everyone, you know? Like, you don't blame the hospital if the patient dies during surgery. It's like, why would you even assume that they didn't do their best? They, of course, did their best. It's just that they couldn't pull it off. It is what it is. How would this affect the hospital's reputation? What?
Sir, wait! Please, wait!
This music isn't really helping the situation.
I just want to say, sir, the operation was amazing.
I have a feeling this woman is gonna come back. Maybe. Maybe. Just only a maybe. She's at least drawn attractive and non-evil. But yeah, definitely, I mean, Tenma's just depressed.
Held at Eisler Memorial Hospital, where the mayor was taken.
Oh, jeez.
We now move on to the murder of Mr. and Mrs. Liebert, which took place late last night. Judging from clues from the crime scene, police believe this might have either been a robbery or a politically motivated terrorist act against the couple.
Oh yeah, when I was editing episode 1, I also realized that I had kind of forgotten, I guess, that the couple with the 2 children that was killed was on TV, like, the day before. Like some sort of important family from some other country or something that came to stay in Germany, I think, where they are now. I don't really remember why they're important, but I remember that they are important, like important people that were staying in this country for a time, maybe forever, I don't know. Point is, they were on TV, so they're like some sort of important family.
Who had recently fled here from the east.
Fled here from the east, ah,
An
okay.
investigation is currently underway. Tragically, one of the couple's twin children, a young boy, suffered a gunshot wound to the head. Although the surgery was successful, the boy has not yet regained consciousness and is still in critical condition. Now, the weather. The whole country is in for a clear, sunny
It's a
day.
shame. I wonder what'll end up happening to the boy.
I almost spit out my drink. This boy was shot to the head. Even though the surgery was successful, the boy still remains in critical condition. And now, the weather.
Hey,
Dr. Becker, it's you.
looks like you're going through a bit of a tough time there. Come on, fess up. Have you heard anything from the director yet? I did try to warn you, didn't I? I told you the hospital is ruled by politics. I knew what I was talking about, and if you had played your cards right, I'm sure your future would have been smooth sailing. Ah, well, I guess what this means is you and I are on the same boat now, my young friend.
What's the deal with this Becker?
So, excuse me. I still need to get a statement from the girl. Would I be able to go in and question her now?
I'm sorry, Detective. This is not a good time.
Ah, detective.
That girl has disappeared from her room.
What did you say?
Seems like she's always slipping out of her room and wandering all over the hospital.
Huh?
What the fuck is she doing? Why she gotta be so creepy?
Just yesterday, the mayor passed away in our hospital. Of course, as always, we did our utmost to save his life. And because of that, this hospital's reputation remains intact. In appreciation, let's have a round of applause for Dr. Boyer and Dr. Eisen, who strive to the very end to try and save the mayor's life.
I feel like they're putting a lot of emphasis on this reputation. Kinda weird. And I'm guessing now fuck, what's his name? The evil director guy, Ava's father, is probably doing this whole thing to like make Tenma guilty or like feeling like, hey, don't go against my orders kind of thing. It's kind of weird. I wanna say I know what Tenma's thinking, but I have no idea. It's weird because it's been so long, right? I've seen a lot of anime, but it's been so long since I've had like a main character that I can't just jump into because I straight up don't know what they're thinking. I'm just so used to the shitty modern high school anime main characters, right? I suppose one thing I don't like about Tenma so far is that he's kind of a kiss ass. Like, yeah, he went against the director with the whole, you know, direct order thing about operating on the mayor, but, you know, I never thought I would say this, but I kind of wish he was more egotistical, more like cocky. I'm not talking like Doctor Strange levels, but you know, like when you have skill to the point where no one else can do what you do, and you are literally holding people's lives in your hand, I feel like you would have some leverage. Or at least you would feel like you have some leverage. I will say though, if they fire him for going against orders, that's a huge mistake.
Now, don't worry, my boy. What's done is done.
Director?
You did what you thought was best. You followed your heart. Why don't we just leave it at that?
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
That's... Yeah, it's not gonna end there. It's not gonna end there.
May I have your attention, please? Now a word from the head of neurosurgery.
Please, excuse...
Yeah. He's been demoted, hasn't he? Yeah. That's such a scummy move. Holy shit.
Excuse me.
That is
It
such
looks like
a...
I'm being called up there.
No, you're not, Tenma.
Allow me to introduce
That
the
is
newly
such a
appointed
scummy move.
Dr. Boyer. Please make your way to the microphone.
The thing is, it's not scummy. Like, when I say it's scummy, it's not scummy in the sense that he got demoted. It's scummy because he doesn't even know. He didn't even get a fucking notification saying, hey, you've been demoted. Like, straight up, he's the last one to find out. And then he finds out in a fucking gathering that, oh shit, I've been demoted. And you know this guy did it on purpose. You know this guy did it on purpose. 100%. That's why it's so fucking scummy. Imagine you are working as an employee somewhere, like let's say you're a manager or someone in charge of something, right? And then one day you go to work, you go into the office, and then the person who replaced you in a social gathering comes up to you and is like, hey, I got your job. It's like, dude, I haven't even been informed of this, that my job was given away to someone, that I was demoted. Like, I should be the first one to know. But no, this is such a scummy move, holy shit.
But sir, what does this mean?
If you wish to remain at this hospital, you may do so. But you'd better give up any dreams of furthering your status. It's not possible for irresponsible people such as yourself.
I recognize your skill as a surgeon, but that is it. And you can forget about presenting any research papers at future conferences.
But sir, please listen to
And
me.
if you decide to transfer to another hospital, I have no intention of recommending you. In other words, it's useless for you to harbor any ambitions. You have successfully tied the noose around your own neck, Tenma.
I'm glad that they brought this up, because I was gonna say, why doesn't he just transfer to another hospital? Like, pretty much anyone would take him. Right? With his skill, pretty much any place would take him. He would be like the #1 draft pick, except teams don't pick him, he picks whatever team he wants. I feel like he should still... I feel like Tenma should still look for other hospitals. Like, get in touch with other hospitals. Secretly. But even if this guy doesn't recommend him, I feel like with his record, he'd still get hired in other places.
It requires teamwork. It's only with everyone's help and cooperation that we can hope to save lives.
The first thing I would do, right now, if I was Tenma, I would break up with her. Like, come on. Tell her to fucking get a hike. In before she breaks up with him. That's an oof.
Ava, please, you have to talk to your father for me. Make him see I haven't done anything wrong. All I did was operate on an emergency patient who was brought in first, nothing else.
I mean, she was a fucking gold digger anyway, so the father already talked to him, was like, hey, Tenma's never gonna get promoted, break up with him. And she was like, yeah, okay.
Wait, is that the engagement ring I gave you?
Spare me, Kenzo. You're such a fool.
Ava, why?
Dr. Norton, you're looking very handsome this evening.
The fact is, if you can't tell that your significant other, your fiancé, is a fucking gold digger like this, I'm sorry, but like, that's kind of your own fault. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she was so obviously a douche girl, you know? But I suppose now we've gotten to the point where everything's gone wrong for Tenma. He's at the bottom of the barrel, basically. Well, I mean, things could always get worse, but we've gotten to the point where we're kind of fucked here, right? Or he is, rather. I say we, but like, we're on his team. Okay, pick up the ring, sell it.
So now it all makes sense. That paper I was so impressed with. It was probably written by someone else. Someone he was grooming, just like he'd been doing with me this whole time. I knew that he was really just using me. But I was hoping that when I'd reached a certain status, I'd be able to make my own choices with what I wanted to work on.
A doctor's priority is to save whoever he can!
After all, people's lives are not created equal.
Everyone's
That is
lives
true.
are equal. I don't
Nah.
care what they say.
Nah, don't agree.
I am not wrong. He is. He tells me there's a flaw in my character. Well, what about him? He says he's a doctor, but he's just a greedy bastard. Bastard. Bastard! He'd be better off dead!
I have to thank you. I have to thank you because you helped me open up my eyes as a doctor. So survive and live a good life. After all, I did throw away everything in order to save you. That's how far I went to give you your life back, and I would do it again.
Wouldn't it be funny if he closes the door after leaving, and then the second that happens, the monitor goes beep, and he dies. I wonder if we're gonna get like a time skip.
I did try to warn you that all this was a bit too soon for her, Detective.
Isn't there anything we can do, Doctor?
She saw her parents get shot to death. She's fine physically, and I think her trauma-induced amnesia is natural, given the circumstances. Is there any chance you might be able to wait to get a statement from her after she gets better?
Not really. This is a very difficult case. One of the victims was a former East German diplomat. If we're not able to solve this quickly, the BKA will be all over.
One of the victim... East German diplomat. Was that one of the parents?
Oh, what if we do this? Yeah. We let her see her brother, and then she'll probably be so relieved to see him that it might help her regain her memory.
I cannot possibly agree to such a risky proposition. That's completely out of the question. Besides, I'm sure Dr. Tenma would never permit such a thing.
Tenma?
He's in charge of Johann, her twin brother.
Somehow, I don't think that's a good idea. Probably because, as I said, the girl probably shot him. And I feel like if she saw him alive, it would activate the kill. I must kill.
Hey, Dr. Tenma, you seem a little bit out
Jesus,
of
this guy.
Right? I mean, you are looking awfully tired this morning. Wow, it seems like they've been working you to the bone. Well, ever since you were demoted from chief.
Well, I don't mind really. It actually makes me feel better.
How are you really doing, Doctor?
Look at all the gifts and letters of encouragement. Yes, there are mountains of them in his sister's room as well. As far as this hospital is concerned, with no one alive to pay their medical expenses, they're nothing but an inconvenience.
Now, so their story is a pitiful one. That works for us.
Huh?
It only means this hospital is garnering attention. Why don't we do this? We'll give the media a photo of the siblings together. They'll probably be thrilled to have something like that.
They're really pushing this hospital reputation thing, aren't they? And now, again, the fucking director guy making the idiotic decision to bring the siblings together. And obviously, they already, established the fact that Tenma would never allow this. But now the director is wanting it, so, like, what is Tenma to do, right? He's gonna object, and then they're gonna do it anyway. This idea of, like, this director and all these people all these doctors being so, like, money hungry and, like, reputation hungry, it's so weird. Is that something that happens in real life? Somehow I doubt it.
But the thing is...
Just do it.
I feel like this
Don't
guy's
be
stupid.
naive. It'll be a picture of the orphaned siblings struggling bravely to survive under the warm-hearted care of our hospital staff.
However, sir, the boy's attending physician says it is still too early to allow the...
It's like, it's not even like so stupid from like a medical point of view. I'm talking about so stupid that if people found out that you were doing this, you would do so much more damage to your hospital than just like keeping your head down and working. The fact that you're going out of your way to put or even use patients for your own gain in the hospital, if people found out this was the case, like, that would do so much, like, the risk is so much greater than the reward. That's why I call him stupid. It's like, why would you even put yourself into this potential risk? For what, exactly? Oh, the media is gonna have more, we're gonna have more clicks. People gonna know about our hospital. Like, I thought they established that they were already, like, the most prestigious hospital. Why the fuck do you need so much, like, reputation bullshit? I feel like this is just a completely unnecessary risk.
It's Dr. Tenma.
Not anymore.
What's that?
There's no need to leave him in a position that's getting so much attention. Just take Dr. Tenma off the case.
Yes, sir.
She'll need regular doses of anticonvulsants and antihypertensives, okay?
Anna, wake up!
What happened to her?
Dr. Tenma! We brought her in to see her brother, and then she just started screaming and...
Why did you do that?
Take her back to her room.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Boyer, mind telling me what this is about and why the camera?
Oh, this? Well, we wanted to commemorate the emotional meeting of the twins and then release a picture to the media.
Who allowed you to do such a thing? I should have been consulted. I'm the boy's doctor, damn it.
You've been dismissed as the boy's attending physician.
Again, I get it. You know, it's the director doing this and saying this and making these decisions, but like, you can't operate like this. Come on. I get it, they're trying to make him the fucking evil douchebag, but like, come on. You can't, like, demote someone or pull someone off a case or pull a doctor off a patient without even telling him. You just can't do that. Like, I get it, his, like, being a douchebag and being evil and shit, but like, still, this could be like insanely dangerous. And again, a massive, massive risk. I feel like it would just be simpler to call Tenma in and then be like, hey, you're off this patient, you know? But instead, they just don't tell him anything. And then he finds out when he goes to visit his patient. It's like, imagine people finding out about this. I feel like this director is taking so many unnecessary, stupid risks, and if anything, putting his own reputation on the line. So unnecessarily.
My patient, so I made my own judgment that it would be fine for the twins to see each other.
Those children! You can't turn them into a media circus!
We were just following the director's orders, and I think it would be best for you not to fight him.
I saved this boy's life. It's my duty to protect him until he fully recovers.
Well, in that case, just take a look. As soon as he saw his sister, he reached out to her and began to cry. Now get back to your post. That's an order.
I will say he kind of overreacted. He had every reason to, but you know, you want to be the bigger man. You want to be the more professional one. You know, especially in a workplace, especially as a doctor, you don't want to lash out. You don't want to be that guy.
Damn it. Such idiotic clowns.
Oh, jeez.
Director's orders?
Got drunk.
Don't make me laugh. Who gives a damn about what the chief says? Bunch of greedy morons. Their only motivation is their lust for power and money. Screw them!
Jesus, dude. Jesus.
I'm not wrong. No matter what those bastards think of me.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If I was in Tenma's position, I would probably just move to a different country. Like, he's Japanese, right? And they're in Germany. I would be like, dude, I'm gonna go back to Japan. Like, no offense, but I don't think hospitals between countries, like, talk to each other. I really don't think they do. They might have some sort of overarching communication occasionally, but like, I don't think they actually talk to each other. So I would say, like, just go back to Japan and just get a job there. Straight up. It's like, I mean, letting these people, you know, fuck you over like this, and then to the point where you're going out drinking, getting drunk, and fucking stumbling over boxes in an alley, like, you've hit rock bottom at this point. Just figure out a different way. Go back to Japan, get a job in a hospital in Japan. There's no way, literally no way, that this one director in this one hospital can prevent you from getting a doctor job somewhere else.
Hello? Father, I'm home. Father?
Oh,
Are you
no.
in your room?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me he's gonna get... That's gonna be bad, isn't it? The doctor's probably gonna be dead. The director, I mean. The director's probably gonna be dead because Tenma has all the motivation, as well as he's passed out in a fucking alley, so no one knows where he is. He has no alibi. He's probably gonna be suspected for murder. Probably. If the director is dead.
Excuse me, Dr. Boyer. Are you still in a meeting at this time of night?
Jesus. Huh. Interesting.
Hello,
No blood?
Father. Are you...
Very interesting. Hang on. Yeah, it seems... I mean, there doesn't seem to be any blood. Or, like, any gunshot wounds. So, poison of some kind? I'm guessing the director is also dead.
Already?
But why?
I'm coming in.
Why? Seems like killed via the same method. Again, it's not a bullet hole this time, but some sort of poison of some kind. But again, I'm pretty sure Tenma's gonna get blamed, or at least suspected. And that's probably the idea. I wouldn't be surprised. He's probably the scapegoat.
That bastard would. That bastard be better off dead.
Well, that was episode 2 of Monster. This episode was really good. God damn it, dude. I'm already super invested in this. Holy shit. I suppose the first thing I want to talk about is Tenma being super, well, let's just say depressed. Obviously, for very good reasons. Basically, everything that could go wrong for him has gone wrong. The director seems to be a complete douchebag who holds grudges over the most basic shit. One of the things I wrote down was, director is kind of stupid. Question mark? Going behind Tenma's back like this, like, I guess he feels like it can't backfire on him. Same thing with the taking a photo with the children. Like, if people found out that they decided to take a picture of these children when they, like, weren't cleared to do so, like, that would be a massive risk. That's like saying, hey, the hospital was doing whatever the fuck they wanted, you know, without the patient's consent. That's like a massive risk. I am liking, however, that Tenma is, I guess, waking up to the reality, right? Realizing that, you know, he's kind of fucked. You know, like, he, you know, his career chances, like, he's kind of fucked in that side of things, but Tenma always gets fucked, you know, in the butthole. Maybe it's just me not wanting Tenma to get fucked anymore, but like, but I don't know. I suppose one more thing that I want to talk about is how all these other doctors seem just as douchebaggy as the fucking director. It would, I think, make a little bit more sense if the director comes up with the stupid idea and then the other doctors would also be like, maybe that's not such a great idea. But no, they were like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it. But I guess all the doctors are like kissing the ass of this director. But at least they could like smile a bit less. I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this though. That's a little weird. I'm trying to think of what this could mean with the boy like holding the hand out to the sister. Because this looks like, hey, take my hand. Or, hey, give it to me. See what I mean? It could be like, hey, take my hand, sis. Or, hey sis, give me the gun. I could see it being either one. Who knows? I'm still holding the theory that the sister shot the brother. It's almost guaranteed that Tenma's gonna get blamed, or at least heavily suspected of this crime. But, that's a big but. We shall see in episode 3. I hope you enjoyed going through this episode with me, and I'll see you in episode 3.